gon' bust your head. I'm 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 gon' bust your head.
Fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing black trunks. He is training out of Clever Jiu-Jitsu in Huntington Beach by way of Massachusetts. He weighed in 148 pounds. Tonight he is making his debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Khali Benjamin. All right, fans, here we go. 3 rounds of mixed martial arts in the lightweight division.
All right, we got 3 2-minute rounds. Referee in charge of the action, Milanairs. Eric Murrieta getting ready to take on Khali Benjamin in a tale of 2 debuts.
Benjamin looks like he's going to enjoy reach advantage here. Looks like the taller, longer fighter. We'll see if that's his strategy or if he wants to get it to the ground.
Murrieta starts off with a straight right hand that misses. Benjamin throws a front kick and a right cross that follows. Like you said, he's trying to keep that distance, establish the range, and dictate the pace from afar.
Murrieta lost his balance and gives the opportunity for Benjamin to get a deep body lock here. Beautiful outside leg trip into the half guard of Murrieta.
Murrieta closing up that guard and then letting it open again.
We'll see if Benjamin opts to look to pass here.
You know, we discussed that earlier. At what point in the strategy do you give up the pass and just start landing the ground and pound? Or is it something that you just kind of got to feel out?
Personally, I always like to try to pass because you run into the risk of this, which is the guy recovering close guard or starting to get off offense on his back.
Excellent point, Kevin. Another thing just to add on that, it also scores better with the judges.
For sure. Now he's made his way to side control here.
A much more dominant position, correct?
Beautiful mount, too. I love that high step-over mount up against the cage. Now Murrieta in a world of trouble.
Back away from the cage. Khali Benjamin working in his wheelhouse here.
He's going to pin his head up against the cage here, or try, and look to land shots and maybe set up a submission. Already he's got, I like that gift wrap he's got on the arm. You see how he's trapping Murrieta's arm around his own head?
Yeah, now is that arm blocking any of the punches from getting through, though?
Well, you can still hit above and below it. You know, you're not going to be able to get to the nose, but you can still hit the jaw or the forehead. And it's a dominant spot.
Khali Benjamin back in the mount. Has his opponent flattened out.
Murrieta just has no answer for this mount, trying to land body punches from the bottom.
Murrieta trying to posture up. Khalil possibly might have taken his back there, but Murrieta flattens back out wisely. Some ground and pound, here it comes.
Big shots from Benjamin. Murrieta.
Lucky to survive that round.
Absolutely. He does not want to end up on the ground again versus Benjamin. Benjamin already thanking the Lord upstairs, feels that he's already won this fight. And he very well may have, given that performance, if he can duplicate that in the second round.
Khali Benjamin firmly in charge of round number 1. Utilizing his superior grappling on the ground to keep the fight in his wheelhouse, to keep the fight where he wanted it to be, to keep the fight in a position where only he could score.
Yeah, I mean, never went in any danger on the ground. Murrieta showed signs of being able to recover to close guard and then got his guard passed, so I don't know how well-versed he is off his back, but I'm sure he doesn't want to end up there again.
Ladies and gentlemen, in life, as in MMA, possession is 9/10 of the law. And in that first round, Khali Benjamin held possession the entire time over Eric Murrieta.
Benjamin's supremely confident now entering round 2. Murrieta's going to have to do something drastic to earn the respect of Benjamin and get this fight back within his grasp.
Murrieta in need of a foundation. He's in need of something he can build off of here.
Marlon Ayers here working overtime. I don't know if they pay him to clean the mats, but
sorry about the delay for those watching at home, but we are about to get underway here. Round 2, Eric Murrieta and Khali Benjamin. Murrieta throwing that front kick out, not a lot of salt behind it.
Benjamin looks tense on the feet, though, with his hands.
Yeah, his hands are definitely not as smooth as they were in the first round. But he's still landing effectively. Oh, low blow, low blow.
He landed a front, like a front teep kick to the groin. I saw it land. Followed it up with the right hand. Luckily, the referee jumped in. He's going to give Murrieta his deserved break here. I don't know if we'll get a replay on that.
Eric Murrieta needs to be bouncing on his heels if he wants that pain to go away.
I'd like to see a replay because Benjamin was gesturing as if he didn't land to the groin, but it most certainly did.
Now, Kevin, a veteran of several fights yourself, how does that feel when you get kicked in the junk, when you're in the middle of trying to dictate your game plan? You have a lot going through your mind, a lot going through your face, including punches and shins, and then all of a sudden you get a low blow that literally takes all of the air from your lungs. How do you recover from something like that?
I've been fortunate it hasn't happened to me during an actual sanctioned fight. Of course, it's happened in sparring, and all you can do is what he's doing, which is sit there and try to recover. It doesn't really affect your lungs so much, but depending on how intense the pain is, it can slow you down.
Eric Murrieta trying to
He
shake him out, if you will.
He landed a really good one. You can see Murrieta is wincing still. I mean, that was a...
Now, I believe he has a few minutes. It's up to the referee's discretion.
No replay on it. I just wanted to see. It was like a teep, a front leg, front kick, or a rear leg front kick rather.
Otherwise known as a foot jab or push kick. The teep sets your distance much like a jab and allows you to control the pace of the fight from the outside. Of course, that one was not intended to hit you in the balls, but unfortunately it did.
And Murrieta is still showing signs of that. It's going to bother him. He has not recovered from this injury. I think he just wants to get on with it. But
he's going to have to bite down on that mouthpiece because he's still got a minute 30 left in this round. Almost. And Khali is in firm control here.
He's trying to stop. He's got to push that leg out, push that knee out of the way, and try to get the closed guard. But Benjamin is just too diligent with his guard passing. Very nice job getting the side control.
Khali Benjamin maintaining top position here as he has for much of the fight. Eric Murrieta doing his best to stay active on his back, but there's really not much he can do. He does not have much of an answer.
Look for that step over mount again and got caught in the quarter guard here of Murrieta. Murrieta's got to do something to advance this position. He's got to push that leg down, get into a half guard, and work his way back up or get the closed guard. He can't afford to sit here basically almost mounted. And it looks like Benjamin is looking to work that foot out.
Khali Benjamin in control with 25 seconds left to go in round number 2.
Looks like he's going to work maybe that knee slice pass. Look for him to drop his left hip to the mat to slide that knee over to side control.
At this point in time, Eric Murrieta needs to get back to his feet and end this fight with one shot. That's pretty much his only chance here, Kev.
He's going to have to do something major in round 3. He just... Punching off the bottom like that it's really not going to do anything. He should be concentrating on recovering position.
You know, mutual friend, great jiu-jitsu black belt, Henry Akins once said, it goes against every one of your instincts to defend punches when you're mounted, but it actually prevents you from getting out of the mount. You have to get your hands low, push those legs away, create space, and shrimp out. Otherwise, there's really not much you can do.
Yeah, other than the bridge and roll, you know, which, again, you have to take your hands away from your face in order to try to trap an arm. You have to act quickly. If you're on bottom mount, you just can't waste any time. The longer you sit there, the deeper the rabbit hole gets.
And at this point, how deep would you say the rabbit hole is for Eric Murrieta?
He's down 2 rounds to none, decisive. I mean, you know, possible 10-8 rounds. And He's wincing. He's probably still feeling the groin shot, probably still feeling effects of being, carrying Benjamin's weight. The commission is having some words with Kleber.
All right, here we go.
Big right hand from Murrieta misses.
Khalil Benjamin starting off the third round, looking to create some room with the jab, and then enters in on the double leg.
Murrieta should be looking to recover close guard or stand back up here. The guillotine is not there from this half guard position. He's basically, he's mounted now.
Murrieta looking to mitigate damage when he should be trying to establish some of his own damage. Down clearly 2 rounds to none. The story of the fight so far is the grappling pedigree of Khalil Benjamin, who now transitions to the back with 1 hook in. There's the second. Eric Murrieta in all sorts of trouble here, fighting the hands. But Khalil Benjamin in firm control.
Looking for the finish. He may have it here. It looks like the rear naked choke is sunk.
Molinaire's trying to get a good look.
No, it's not in.
He
quite
releases
yet.
the hold from his bicep to reestablish.
Murrieta just refuses to give up. A lot of credit to him for showing a lot of heart here in really bad positions. Looked like he was tapping the strikes here with his right hand.
And Molinaire's has seen enough.
I couldn't say his right hand was moving. I didn't know if he was tapping or not, but either way, it's the end of the fight.
Khali Benjamin.
Dominant performance from Benjamin.
Emphatic 3rd round submission
I think it
or
was
TKO.
Yeah.
Due to ground and pound over a very tough Eric Murrieta, who just could not seem to get off the snide. In mixed martial arts, timing means everything, and Eric Murrieta could just not find his timing. Khali Benjamin did everything he could to impose his will, and that is exactly what he did. Dominant win in his debut for Khali Benjamin, now 1-0 in the camo ranks.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone much better for him. I mean, other than getting a finish, but, you're up against a game, Eric Murrieta, who is very tough, even in bad positions. He did not want to get submitted, refused to, or he did get the finish. I'm sorry, he did get the finish. So, yeah, it went perfectly for him. I don't know why in my head I thought that was going to go to a decision.
Well, we thought there was a tap from the strikes, but I guess the referee didn't see it, or maybe we saw something that wasn't there.
Was it a ref stop? It was a ref stoppage, though.
TKO, yeah. Which came shortly after the tap that we both saw.
Yeah, I don't know if his hand was bouncing off the mat just from the momentum of being hit, or if he indeed was saying, hey, I've had enough. I don't know. Either way, Murrieta showed a lot of heart, a lot of bad positions. Benjamin executed perfectly. It's one thing I see in the amateurs a lot, is a lot of guys just do not train, and many facilities don't have them, in the cage to work takedowns against the cage. You have to work your takedown defense against the cage. It's totally different from being in the open mat.
Once again, let's turn it over to Jim Fitzgerald for the official fight announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 38 seconds of round number 3, referee in charge, Mylan Ayers, stops the contest in favor of our winner by TKO due to strikes, the blue corner, Khali Benjamin.
All's my life I has to fight.